Hello and welcome to my gaming channel. Today we're taking a look at Star Wars: The Old Republic. Let's go! Your first choice is whether to join the Galactic Republic or the Sith Empire. We'll choose the Republic for this video. There are 4 main stories for each faction that will last for 3 chapters of the game. 2 are Force-based, 2 are not. This is also reflected in the combat styles you can choose. For this video, we'll look at a Jedi Knight. There are then 8 combat styles to select from. For the Force-based classes, these are divided into 4 light side styles and 4 dark side styles, and in game you should try to at least make one choice in keeping with the affinity of your primary style. Because we selected Republic as our faction, the light side styles are on top and the dark side styles are on the bottom. The Juggernaut is your traditional tank. They taunt enemies and have a high defense to keep enemies engaged. The Marauder also has a solid defense, but is primarily focused on dealing damage to enemies. The Sorcerer is your traditional mage, high damage from a distance with crowd control, but can be overwhelmed in close combat. The Assassin is another damage-focused melee style, but they do not have the defense that a Marauder does, so it could be tricky for new players to use this combat style. The top row of combat styles are the same as the styles we just looked at. The Shadow has the same combat style as the Assassin. The Sage has the same combat style as the Sorcerer. The Sentinel has the same combat style as the Marauder. And the Guardian has the same combat style as the Juggernaut. Before we start our game, let's take a quick look at the combat styles that do not use the Force. Again, we 8 combat styles to choose from. They tend to focus on close quarter combat with long distance, with either a damage or tank style background. As with the Force styles, some of these combat styles also have a healer style gameplay option, but we will discuss advanced classes in a later video. The Sniper is, as the name suggests, a long-range damage-focused combat style, like a traditional Ranger class. The Operative is a close-quarter combat style focused on dealing damage and weakening enemies. It can be a challenge to master this style. The Gunslinger is a longer-range combat style that focuses on weakening enemies whilst dealing damage. This is a solid combat style that new gamers can take on for long-range damage and not face too much difficulty during missions. The Scoundrel is another close-range combat style, but is a little easier to use than the Operative style. Focused on dealing damage and taking enemies out whilst having a good defense. The Commandos have the biggest gun and are focused on a long-range combat style with high damage. The Vanguard is your tank-style player. They dive into close combat, pull enemies to them, and have a high defense to survive. The Mercenary has a high defense and a medium to long-range combat style. They bombard the enemy with damage as they try to get closer. The final style is the Power Tech. They are another tank-style combat style focus on close-range damage and keeping enemies close to them. So as I said, for this video we will have a Jedi Knight character, and let's take the Shadow combat style. Now on to character creation. There are 13 species to choose from if you unlock them all. Human and Cyborg will be unlocked for both fractions and every story arc. There will be one additional species unlocked specific to your selected story style, and completing that story arc will unlock the species for other story arcs. You can either hit the big randomize button or go through each detail in turn to create your character. I would suggest starting with the random function to see a few combinations, then adjusting once you have a base you like. Once you have your name, you are ready to launch into your story. Your story starts with a short movie of you landing on a planet by shuttle, in most cases. And if you saw these, you may have seen some really cool armors. I'll show you how they did that. Don't expect it to just be given to you on your first playthrough.
Welcome to Tython, Padawan. Everyone at the temple is looking forward to meeting you. Your former masters praise
By pressing escape, you cancel the cutscene. This will allow you to change your armor or weapons if you have previously unlocked any collections. As you don't have any money yet, you'll want to place the armor directly on your character. Later, as you collect armor from missions, you can move these pieces to your outfitter slots. The Show Hide Face slot option will not be unlocked on a free-to-play account until you either collect the bonus item bundle from a friend referral, see link in description below, or purchase it in-game. Subscribers will have this option unlocked. Then to restart the introduction cutscene, simply talk to the main mission point, indicated by the purple triangle.
Welcome to Tython, Padawan. Everyone at the temple is looking forward to meeting you. Your former masters praise your combat skills. They say you're becoming an expert duelist.
Most text choice won't affect anything, but it's good to think what your character would actually say in the situation.
It's easy to excel when you're trained by the best.
The Jedi Council will assign you a new master to oversee your final trials. You'll be tested in ways you can't imagine. But when you leave Tython, you'll know what it means to be a Jedi Knight. More importantly, you'll know yourself.
Being a Jedi Knight is my calling. What else can the Masters tell me?
Many Padawans feel the same way until they face the trials. That's why releasing preconceived notions is part of the Jedi Code. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. Enter your training with an open mind. You might surprise yourself. There's a speeder here that will take you to... Hang on. I'm getting an emergency signal. Flesh Raiders, armed with blasters? He must be mistaken.
Mistaken or not, that Padawan is under attack.
They've never come this close before. Flesh Raiders are a species of hostile natives. They're smart enough to use tools and violent beyond reason. I'm sending every able-bodied Jedi down to the Padawan training grounds right away. Especially you.
What makes me any better than the others?
You've been trained for dangers like this. I know I can count on you. Take the speeder outside to the training grounds, push back the Flesh Raiders, and find out if they're really using advanced weapons. Go. I'll catch up with you after I alert the Jedi Council. May the Force be with you.
Your main mission points will always be shown in purple on the map. There are a few HUD displays that are preset. These will become more important in later game, but it's good to design as you go.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only.
Let's go stop some Flesh Raiders. Every combat style has a way to heal out of combat. For the shadow combat style it is called meditate. As you saw, I completed the mission and leveled up. I also have a holocall to answer to continue the mission. You can't answer the call in combat, and it's best to get out of an area where enemies spawn before answering the call and starting the cutscene.
You're unharmed. Good. Flesh Raider shot me in the leg while I was rescuing some Padawans. Don't know where these things got blasters, but I know how to use them. I've been evacuated to a med center, but the fighting isn't over.
I'll push back the enemy, whatever it takes.
We need to stop them at the source. Another Padawan found a cave tunnel the Flesh Raiders used to enter this valley. I need you at that tunnel, making sure the Flesh Raiders don't get any more reinforcements through it.
I'll find this cave tunnel and seal it.
We need to end this conflict before anyone else gets hurt. Find the tunnel along the mountain range. May the Force be with you.
As well as your main story missions, there will be several side missions you can complete. This will help you level up faster, and is recommended that new players do try to complete all quests, as you will not have the boosts you get on your 2nd, 3rd, or 10th character. As said, main missions are marked with purple indicators, side missions are marked with yellow.
Knight Weller sent me to help with the Flesh Raiders. I'm combat trained and ready to help.
And the Force is with us. Few Padawans here can make that claim. The Flesh Raiders moved into the training grounds, organized and ready, attempting to isolate various groups of Padawans. There's a group of students in the hills we lost track of. They're not combat trained.
Just let me know what's required. I'm here to help.
I've got a beacon here. If you can find the Padawans and set the beacon, we'll send an evac shuttle as fast as we can. A group of Jedi from the temple is headed this way, but maybe not fast enough. May the Force be with you.
How's he looking?
He should be resting in the Jedi Temple, but if you're determined to press on, I can help him along.
Give him the last of the Kolto if you have to. We'll fight again soon. Hey! Good to see another Padawan alive.
I've been searching for you. What happened out here?
Knew they'd sent rescuers.
We came seeking knowledge of the Jedi Code. The Flesh Raiders interrupted our trial.
Never fought like that in my life. We killed it, but Jaredin was badly injured.
One Flesh Raider did this? Oh, you really can't handle yourselves, can you?
We're not warriors. Besides, it is not the Jedi way to seek revenge.
That's your opinion, Meneus. It's not what we decided. Training or not, a bunch of animals won't keep us from becoming Jedi.
Isn't she right? Jedi don't give up, do they?
She is wrong. Remember the Jedi Code. There is no passion, there is serenity.
That's enough, Meneus. If you want to help us, we could use you. Help make the Flesh Raiders pay.
Some choices will affect your light and dark alignment. Pay close attention to these choices.
You're walking a dangerous path. You and your friends need to get back to camp while you still can.
But we're so close to finishing the trial.
No, we are not. I see you have a signal beacon. Leave it for us, and as soon as we have gathered our things, we will signal for a ride back.
You can check on your current mission in the Mission tab, see the rewards and key information for that mission. If they are toggled as track, then the mission location will be shown on your map. This where I'm going to leave it for today. Hopefully this has shown you some tips for how to get started in game. I look forward to seeing you there. Enjoy your day, bye for now.